Hello, coaches. Just want to share a little inside look at the new group we've started every Thursday, youth development group, where it's open to all coaches at Surf to get on a call and discuss one or two aspects around youth development. So we've been working through Gavin Mole at Dallas Surf. We've been working through his document with the junior development curriculum. And this was a call that we did last week. Just a few clips from it and the direction that we go. 3 sets, 3 topics, 15 minutes each. And we try and get some insight from everyone on the call and get everyone's opinions on it and try to make the document stronger, try and get some points of feedback, try and get some actionable items to move forward with. But hopefully 45 minutes of really, really good dialogue and stuff that we can all take away to improve our knowledge, our understanding of the youth game. So if you're a coach at Surf and you're looking at getting involved, just shoot me an email and I can send you the link for the next call every Thursday. And here are a couple of clips from the last one. This is an 80 odd page document, so this is not the be all and end all. So instead of looking more like what we're missing, this is more in terms of the direction of how to make this more concise, or thoughts about language, or thoughts about what's relevant and what's not. So we'll start off with how to effectively communicate player development from these ages.
My initial thought was, even in our marketplace, U6 and U7 is not even an official format. So even going 4v4, we are internal at 3v3. So perhaps some of your marketplaces are a little bit more advanced, but it might be helpful if we're sending this out to all our Surf Nation, is just maybe to have kind of a 2v2/3v3, 4v4 area that is helpful to guide our coaches, and then it will be in turn helpful to guide our parents, because our biggest issue is what we're finding. We're smack in the middle of our team placements, and what we're finding is parents will immediately want a 7v7 if you say a 4v4, or they immediately want a bigger game and a bigger emphasis, when we know the ball to player ratio has to be so much smaller. So especially in that U6, U7 age range. So those are my 2 cents after seeing that this morning.
7v7, I think more emphasis on just like technical and just getting comfortable with the ball and combining with your teammates. But as soon as 9v9 and using like the verbiage, right? Like same verbiage, like apply pressure, like those things that you would use in the 11v11 match. But then when getting to 9v9, trying to implement some of those tactics that you would be using in 11v11 match, especially since the field is smaller and they can kind of cover the ground a little bit faster. That's my kind of take on it, is applying those just simple basics, of like pressure, cover, balance, like just the fundamentals of the game. So then when they go to the 11v11 and they add that extra player or extra couple players in the defensive end, now they already have the system, and now they can kind of just like transition a little bit smoothly. I think one of the things that, and I was just about to ask you guys, is what I find is when they come to the 11v11, they're not there as far as like technical ability, like their first touch, those kind of things. Do you guys really do a ton of technical training in the 7v7 and the 9v9 and kind of limit, like the extra stuff, just like a lot of technical and then maybe play at the end of a training? Like, what is your kind of format for those levels? Obviously, this is not my realm, so I just noticed, like, when I get a team right transitioning into 11v11, our touches are not there, and just kind of seeing like how we can prepare our players a little bit better to get into that 11v11 match to find more success. Because I think first touch, receiving the ball, long balls, those things are going to be a huge part of the 11v11 because it's a bigger field. So, but I kind of want to see, your guys' take on that.
So our goal is to make sure we've got technically proficient players before they get to 11v11. So this is something that we're trying to put together now and roll out and hold coaches more accountable to make sure they're doing that. because right now, and especially in Texas, because it's an insane market for soccer, you know, there's a lot of coaches who will put on like a car park session, and like, you know, the parents want to see loads of passing, and so they'll do a bit of passing when they're 6 years old, and one kid touches the ball every 3 minutes, and that's obviously not what we want at all. And it's not good for development, for the technical development. So yeah, we're trying to restructure things in this format. And I think in one of the slides Gary's sharing in a second shows kind of like our age, individual development goals per age.
I can tell you just from my own experience and kind of what I recognize and what I see in a lot of the coaching community here in North Texas. I think parenthood really makes you more aware of that aspect of this. Like when you have your own kids and you see them, you see how they respond in different ways. I think that certainly, like, there's plenty of great coaches that are fantastic with the kids, that are very aware of, you know, whether it's anxiety or confidence issues, or, you know, something else going on at home, and being able to like connect with kids. I mean, you don't have to be a parent to do that well. But I think as a parent, you recognize some of those things, and I think you value some of those things more. And, you know, I coach mostly older ones, but I have some like U11s now too. But like, you're very aware, like I'm very aware of it. And I do try to talk to the kids about confidence. And I know in our club, one of the things that we recently did was we actually had a confidence coach come on and talk to all the girls in the club. It was specific to the girls, but I think like putting an emphasis on it and just helping people be more aware of those things, like, is really important.
Our last little piece is, you know, I'm sure we all have VO or Trace or something, but we provide it to every team that plays. You know, they don't get every game, but every team gets at least, you know, a game or two every season. And obviously we encourage them to watch it on their own, but we also try to have a team watch party for every group. But again, to see themselves playing, to see how, in addition to watching a game on television, live television, but to see how they look on the field, I think is super valuable. And we would do that or do that for even the youngest ages. So I think it's valuable no matter how old.
Every Thursday, coaches, you're more than welcome to join us. Just shoot me an email for the link, and I hope to see you there. Thank you.